Here we go. It's time for the final race ahead of the summer break. It's time for the Canadian Grand Prix. Piastri slides on, taking more components and slides down. Away we go. Norris, the championship leader and pole winner, gets a great launch. Charles Leclerc as well gets a great launch. George Russell on the third, and Oscar Piastri's already making some moves to now get ahead of others. And what a move by Piastri. Oh, contact near the back of the field. Bortolano just flying passes at least a couple of cars. What a move by Gavin Bortolano, and Verstappen has spun around. Max Verstappen has spun around and is towards the back of the grid. Unbelievable scenes here in the Canadian Grand Prix, but it's Norris that leads from Leclerc and George Russell. And how about the Williams of Carlos Sainz, and more importantly, Williams themselves. P4 and P6 for Williams as they would take now P5 in the Constructors' Championship over Aston Martin. So now, they take P5 while McLaren still continue to extend their championship lead in the Constructors over Mercedes, Red Bull, and Ferrari. And Charles Leclerc needs to at least to get his season back on track. Yeah, he's 8th in the Drivers' Championship. And I'm pretty sure this week, and Fred said that, Charles Leclerc was a little bit better driver than Lewis Hamilton. He should be ahead of the championship, but things have just not gone right for Charles Leclerc. But can it happen today? We're going to find out. But Norris, I think, would extend his lead to at least now probably 10 points in the World Championship. But Oscar Piastri continues to make moves, and now moves into second place ahead of Leclerc. But Leclerc's going to fight back, and Charles Leclerc just hangs on for second place. Piastri now runs into third with 2 laps to go remaining here. And they go, oh no, and they touch! And Charles Leclerc's been turned around. Oh, and just when you think Charles Leclerc is going to pick up maximum points for Ferrari, it is not going to happen. He's turned around, and he would drop now to at least 8th place behind Albon and his teammate of Lewis Hamilton. So now it's a McLaren 1-2 here in the Canadian Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc down in the 7th behind Tsunoda and Lewis Hamilton. So now it's a McLaren 1-2 as Tsunoda was able to stop, McLaren's dominance back at the Hungarian Grand Prix. But now looks like McLaren like to get back on track to start to get more double podiums and more points. But look at this! Now Oscar Piastri now takes the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix, runs wide. Piastri ran wide. That was almost a chance to regain the championship lead. But with him missing the final corner, Lando Norris still hangs on to it and would now extend his lead to at least 9 points in the Drivers' Championship. These the two teammates, the title contenders, have been absolutely having a great title grab. They've had made contact before, but they haven't completely taken each other out of the race or, took each other completely. Oh, what a move by Oscar Piastri to move around the outside of Lando Norris to now move into the lead. And now Oscar Piastri leads, which means he would now regain the lead in the championship if he can just hang on to it by at least 6 points in the World Championship. George Russell's P3. Carlos Sainz for Williams is P4. Williams still having an impressive season in the second half of the season. Albon runs P8, then Bortolano and Liam Lawson for P10 for Racing Bulls. But here comes Oscar Piastri to make a final few corners to win the Canadian Grand Prix. He's now extended his lead to at least 67 seconds. His lead, but around the final corner, Oscar Piastri, he's going to regain the lead of the championship, and he wins the Canadian Grand Prix. Oscar Piastri wins the Canadian Grand Prix, and he regains the championship lead. He now leads it by 6 points. Lando Norris and George Russell complete the podium, but it's Oscar Piastri that retakes the championship lead. He now leads it by 6 points. McLaren continues to dominate this season, and now what this means, with us going into the summer break, McLaren could go into Singapore to clinch the Constructors' Championship, the earliest that could happen. But there's a look at the championship now, and it's Williams that now take P5 from Aston Martin. But now we're going to take a summer break. Join us on the other side. There's still a championship battle between the two teammates. We'll see you in Singapore.